haven't used social media in 5 months, and it's been the most productive time of my life. Continuous exposure to the internet can take a toll on our worthiness and productivity, and it's amazing what can be accomplished when you step away and focus on yourself for a moment. During my time away, I was able to buy my first home and start taking proper care of myself and my future. I've been thinking a lot about my body of work, how I've presented myself online in the past, and my relationship with social media. This is dumb, but I've had to learn to take the internet with a grain of salt. I've put too much focus on the way we treat each other here, and I've let it affect my mindset and my willingness to produce. I think the anonymity that social media provides emboldens people to troll and dehumanize others way too easy. We really do try to exterminate people in comments. It's pretty demented. This isn't about any situation in particular, just the landscape of the internet in general these days. I'm no angel. I've had a few moments I'm embarrassed of. My biggest goal moving forward is to let go of things that aren't serving me and start living life as authentically as possible. I've made a lot of decisions based off what I've assumed other people's perceptions and desires of me, and it's led me down a dishonest path. I've had to identify and evaluate my need for external validation, which has been so fun. The last few months, I've unlocked a vault of repressed memories, which has been awful, but healing. Many years ago, I posted a video here detailing some of my past struggles, and at the time, I thought I dug deep and really went there for that video, but there was actually so much lurking beneath the surface that I was completely oblivious to. It's wild how your mind can fully block out memories in order to protect you. Sometimes it's hard to conceive that there's a world where we can live trauma-free and authentically. But some of the chaotic moments in my life have become grounds for a lot of positive change and self-discovery, which I'm very grateful for. I've realized some people's need to magnify situations. The sensationalizing that some people create has led me to a distorted reality at times. I've definitely been gullible to it. It's affected my judgment in the past and my ability to tell what's real and what's embellished or just completely fake. I'm guilty of jumping on the bandwagon at times, and I've realized it's mostly due to my own needs to uplift myself and feel virtuous. I think that kind of behavior is rooted in personal inadequacy and insecurity. It's becoming more evident to me that fighting with strangers online is really the first sign of mental illness. I've made a conscious choice to no longer be an audience member for that. There really truly is no point. Our only distinguished truth is the fact that nobody possesses infinite knowledge on most topics. Sometimes it seems like there really is no safe space, but that doesn't mean I can't create one of my own. When you saw me last, I was living in a camper van and traveling throughout the Pacific Northwest. I had some amazing experiences, and along the way I met interesting people and also some god-awful people. But as time went on, I found myself facing certain challenges that made me rethink the lifestyle. Van life wasn't always conducive for my work. I realized I need a studio space to really thrive, and I was kind of living in fear of random stuff like wild animals and being robbed or getting stuck in the middle of nowhere. Not to mention having a full-on Bigfoot experience, which was an unexpected surprise. But I'll get into that in another video. Anyway, I just couldn't seem to really relax on the road. I think I may have enjoyed the art of building my camper vans a bit more than actually living the lifestyle. Turns out I'm just really not that girl. The other day, I realized I've lived in 8 different states, and I'm just like, what are you running from, sweetie? So I accepted that I may never feel settled and to just buy a house. This isn't something I thought I'd ever see through. Doing something like this has been a huge step in planting some seeds and finding purpose. Sometimes I wonder why I always feel the need to reinvent my life, moving from place to place and starting over. I don't know if I've ever really been at peace with myself deep down inside. That sounds so fucking gay, but it's kind of true. When I saw this house, I thought it had a lot of potential, so I made an offer. They accepted it, and now I guess it's mine, which I guess is how it works. The first thing I did was rip down this huge wall separating the living room and the kitchen, which opened up the whole space and allowed me to really visualize things. If you want to feel a lot of anxiety, demolish a perfectly good house that you've owned for one day. Seeing gaping holes in the walls like this without having an actual plan was traumatic, but taking that first step into seeing my vision come to life was thrilling. I don't really know what my plan is. I'd like to flip this property and find some tenants and move on to the next one, but who knows what the future holds. I've learned to take life one day at a time. Regardless of the challenges that exist globally, our ability to embrace life with purpose and gratitude allows us to appreciate the simple joys that we all take for granted, which hopefully can create a mindset that transcends some of the chaos of the world. Each day we wake up is an opportunity to show gratitude and make a positive impact. Your outlook really does determine your reality. Empathy and kindness are just a few tools that could transform our interactions. Instead of trolling one another, we could try to recognize that behind every persona is a real human being deserving of decency and respect, regardless of how they appear in the world. If we could do that, we'd create a much healthier mindset within ourselves and just be happier and live longer. Positivity can add years onto your life. Anyway, I have a lot to do, so I'm gonna go do it, but I'm glad we were able to reconnect for a moment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.